There were ceremonies across the GTA today to mark this anniversary. Janella Massa was at one of the largest over at Fort York.
For all the suffering and bloodshed, the Great War was undeniably a defining moment for our young country. And Canada's victory at Vimy Ridge became an international symbol for our grit, unity, and determination.
At Fort York, a commemorative ceremony in remembrance of those who fought at Vimy Ridge.
They marched straight into machine gun fire, and the creeping barrage of artillery sailed over their heads. Those bombs raining down just in front of them gave them the crucial seconds of disarray they needed to gain favorable positions.
The ceremonial event today, part of a free weekend at the historic site, offering a glimpse into the lives of Canadians who took part in the Great War.
So this is the Canadian uniform that they designed at the beginning of the war, so it's 7 buttons, where the British had 5 buttons, so it was our way of being a little bit different.
War reenactors demonstrated everything from the food soldiers ate to the tools they had at their disposal.
You could put this on and then you could bite onto this and breathe.
Over at the medical tent, a reminder that it wasn't just men who contributed to World War I.
The women in the Boer War had proven that nurses can make the difference in a hospital's success rate in the saving lives of men. So the nurses were there to comfort them, to ease their pain, to write home for them, for their families.
And even animals had their part to play.
A lot of the cats in particular were brought into the hospitals originally to catch the rats and the mice, but then they distinguished themselves by crawling into bed with the soldiers and giving them some comfort. So they were, in fact, the first therapy animals. They weren't recognized as such, of course, but that's what they did.
All of this a chance to show the younger generation what's brought them to this point in history today.
Just maybe the sacrifices that people had to go through, and hopefully she won't have to go through that herself.
Just the price of freedom, as they say. You know, that's what was demonstrated here today, I guess.
And for some, today's remembrance a time to reflect on their own connections to the Battle of Vimy Ridge.
My great-grandfather, Arthur Henry Holliday, was a First World veteran and was someone that was in Europe at Vimy, and the freedom that we have today and the democracy that we have today is owed to those people that fought for us 100 years ago.
Now, part of today's commemoration included an oak tree planting here on the Fort York grounds. This is in honor of a young soldier who sent back acorns from the trees devastated in Vimy Ridge. You can still find some of those trees planted in Scarborough. In Fort York, Janella Massa, City News.